Hello, everybody. Welcome into Sunday night, July 7th, 2024, where it's hot, humid, and miserably, dangerously hot in certain parts of the United States. Jeff, I saw your comment about the motorcyclist and other people there in Vegas. That's very sad.
Yeah, the motorcyclist was in Death Valley. I don't know if he was out riding with no helmet or what. I don't know any details.
Oh, wow.
Tony Wallow said normal.
All right, speaker bot is
But we
working.
broke the record by 3 degrees today.
Yeah, I saw that too.
The county museum guy, the guy you used to see on the History Channel occasionally, said their weather station at the county museum in the past has registered as high as 125. But that's not the official. The official
Right,
only at the airport.
right.
We're
Still,
at blistering
120
hot 81 right now.
120 is pretty doggone warm.
Yep. The time we went to Death Valley was around 2004. Now it was in May. I grant you, not the hottest part. It was 121 the day we were there.
That's ridiculously
But
warm.
that's still pretty warm.
Speaker chat is working. I heard Tony's normal, and I saw the fireworks. So not the fireworks, the confetti. The John Williams, I think he was a little early on his because I did not hear his one. That doesn't mean it doesn't work. I didn't hear it. That's all that means. We are at 235 memberships. I just checked it right before going live. Okay, so the exclamation V works. I'm not hearing anything from John. Interesting.
Keith said hello everyone.
I heard Keith said hello everyone. Kind of an interesting voice. Kind of a lazy day for me today. We got home at 7, slept until about noon 30 or so. Got caught up on some computer stuff. It was hot here today, very humid. Seemed like today was a little hotter than it's been lately. Either that or I'm just tired and lazy. One of the two, or combination of the two. Took her to work, got back, took a nap. I did have everything set up to remote in. I did figure out a way to use any desk to run the stream and be on Zoom there and be on Zoom here. The question was going to be whether Zoom could be heard or not over the YouTube stream, which fortunately I'm back in the studio and for tonight anyway. And it's all good. Alex is joining us 3 minutes late. I'm going to have to offset the start time, I guess. Much like the military, mass gets punished for one individual.
John Williams said it was raining on and off and now it is 72 degrees.
Now that one I heard. That one actually did work, John. I heard that it was raining in 72. And we've got rain predicted for Tuesday. We'll see what happens. Good to see everybody. We've got Bill, we got Rich, we got Greg, we got Ghetto, Jeff Pearl, Jeff Ryman. Again, you guys cannot be side by side on Zoom. It's going to confuse me. Here, let's see.
We're
not. Look at the YouTube stream and tell me you're not.
Yeah, you are.
It varies across the board for everybody. So let's put Jeff Pearl right there. And let's put...
Doesn't change it on mine. I'm above him on my
Right.
stream.
No, it won't, but it will change it on the YouTube stream because it's my YouTube that's being... Anyway, Scared's here, Alex Cheeks here, and Darren Gilholm's here.
Why is my hand showing on yours? It's not on mine.
Oh, I put that on the wrong one. I'm sorry. I'll take care of that little problem. Hold on.
Tony Wallow said SI.
You're still number one, though.
Yes. Yes, I relish that. Now, why is it not showing now? Let me try putting that over. There we go. Now that should show up briefly.
Well,
There
you
you
can
go.
put the cousins beside each other if you wanted.
I probably could. I believe I can do that. Yep, I sure can.
Did you call me?
No. Nope, I just moved your box around so I could put the two cousins from Pennsylvania and Arkansas together. Which is really weird because
Never
your
mind.
Zoom. Do what, Chris?
There you go.
Your Zoom and my Zoom vary, as does Jeff's Zoom, as does everyone's Zoom is different. And that's really weird. You would think it would be relatively uniform, but it's not. It's just not. Now, this isn't going to work either because Bill Dawson, for the longest time, has been where Jeff Pearl is at. And Rich has always been about right there. I've been pretty much where Darren's at. This is worse than the Brady Bunch. They're going to keep
I'm
me up all
running
night.
MF DOS tonight.
Do what, Ghetto?
I said I'm running MF DOS tonight.
Uh-huh.
If you can get into Zoom from MS-DOS, I'll buy you a steak dinner.
If he can do anything from MS-DOS, I'll buy him a steak dinner.
Hey, Josh, I'll send you some commands real quick.
For MS-DOS, Jeff?
Yeah.
It wasn't DOS exactly, but I've been working on batch files today. Using command line stuff.
Mhm.
Got one thing I can't make work yet. I don't think I'm going to be able to.
Type in zoom.com in DOS. Isn't that what you type in DOScommand.com on stuff?
I have no idea.
In DOS, you have to have add-on software to even get on the internet. I don't remember when I was working and we were using DOS, we bought a commercial product of some type. I can't remember what the thing was called, but we had Telnet and FTP, and there was some type of underlying.
I thought when you run a program, you had to type the program and then .com.
.exe. But first
Well,
you
it could
have
be
to
either
whatever the
comma
file extension
exe.
is.
Yeah, it's
But-
executable.
Program was
Mhm.
running.
First you have to navigate to the folder with the change directory command to wherever the exe file is located. So in the case of Zoom, that would be wherever the Zoom files are located in your program files.
We're
You
talking
can
about
just type the full path.
waitingroom.exe.
That's your tax, Alex. Make the Zoom work in DOS.
We were talking about DOS, Alex.
John says he's on a computer named DOS. Does that count? That's hilarious. I discuss that later, I guess. I don't really have a lot to talk about. I do have a bone to pick with Alex Sheik as soon as the show ends. Maybe put him in the waiting room until the show ends. I don't know. Could take a vote. Of course, I know how that vote's going to go. It's going to be 9-4 from Zoom and 13-4 from YouTube.
Tony Wallow said put Alex in the waiting room.
And I rest my case.
What did I do?
Oh, wait, Alex, just wait.
If what
My
you
bone
didn't,
will be picked with you after the stream is over.
if what you didn't do,
No, it's what he did. It is exactly what he did. He's got that part right. That's the first time he's not put his foot in his mouth in a long time. But he is correct. It's something he did. So, anyway, I don't really have a whole lot tonight. I don't plan on sticking around Zoom tonight. I woke up with the sniffles this morning for some reason. I don't understand that at all. It's kind of scary. I slept pretty good both this morning and this afternoon.
Do you have allergy? Do you have allergy problems, Ken?
If I do, I'm not aware of it. I would say probably it runs in the family. I know my mom has really bad allergies. So more than likely I do.
Yep.
It was really, I felt okay when I got up and I got in the car, and I about halfway to picking her up, man, my nose started running and I just felt horrible. I felt so bad when we got back from picking her up. I didn't say anything. I just went straight in and laid down. And of course, being Sunday, there's no need to get up. There's no Doug on Sunday that I can ever recall. And everything else I could catch up on later in the day, which I pretty much did. I did have an interesting computer thing going on, and we can talk about that. Greg and Brian and I were ironically on Zoom, and I ran a SFC/scan now command, and I have about 38,000 pages of things that were going on from 210 till about 410. All Greek to me. Everything. There's things in there that caught my eye that I'm wondering, what is this and why do I have this? But Brian assured me it was just normal computer stuff. There was a couple things that I actually questioned verbally. Have I been hacked? And both Greg and Brian said no, they didn't think so. I sent Doug an email and got a couple responses on that. It's been working fine since, and yes, it was DaVinci Resolve related. I locked the computer up, long story short, and I shouldn't have. But everything worked out. 3 restarts, and 10 minutes later, everything was fine. Long Dog says, I wake up like that sometimes. I have the sniffle, but it goes away. Probably something to do with the air conditioning. I turned the air conditioner off last night because it was in the 60s. As I will do again tonight. And I realize I shouldn't do that because then the house heats up and the air conditioner's got to work a little extra to catch up. But it's so comfortable having fresh, cool air coming in as opposed to the air conditioning. At least I like that. Didn't sleep with the blanket. Didn't put the air conditioner on until I woke up.
I'll be back, and I'll be back. And for you to pick your bone with me.
All right.
In a bit.
All right.
There's always someone bigger, stronger. We think we'll be back.
Oh, he'll be back.
That's the story.
He'll be back. Anyway, forgot what I was saying.
You were talking about the air conditioner.
I'll just add that to the list, the growing list of things called Alex Cheek. Long Dog is asking, when I ran the SFC command, did I come up with a bunch of scattered files or corrupted files? There were a few. It did say the synopsis were there were corrupted files and they had been fixed. We were trying to find out what was corrupted and what had been fixed. We did not find that, or at least I don't remember us finding that. There was a massive amount of stuff to go through. So nothing to worry about. It seems to be working fine since. Right now I've got 2 tabs on Opera running, 3 tabs on Google running, Zoom is running, the 2 clocks are running, OBS is running, and I don't have any issues. Now I do not have OBS I do not have DaVinci Resolve running, so I don't know. DaVinci Resolve was, I believe, the culprit. Or corporate. Could be either one. Yeah, Log Dog, if you've seen the list, I'm not being vague on it for a specific, I mean, it was vague to me. It was a time, it was things that I've never seen ever before, and both Greg and Brian both said they're fine, don't worry about it, so I'm not going to lose sleep over it. Now, if the problem persists, we've decided that once I get the new computer built, everything moved that I want moved, I'll back up the stuff off of it that I want, which is just going to be data. I'll wipe it clean and put a new operating system on it, and then go from there. So hopefully that gives you a little bit of clarification.
when you do your new build, you gonna go ahead and do Windows 11, or you gonna go with 10 for now?
I don't know, Chris. Good question. We're about what 14 months out from 11 in October of 2025. So we're 14, 15 months out. I probably would maybe go with 11. I don't know. I'll cross that bridge when I have to. And I just got a message. I'm guessing Jim is referring to something from Facebook. Speaking of loud audio, I have not watched my premiere today yet. I know I was there kind of paying attention. I was more working on this SFC thing. So I don't know how the audio was. I was experimenting with it. I've just got to get that set, remember the settings, and leave it alone. Yes, Doug seems to be doing okay. He answered. We had about a 3 email exchange back and forth on this issue. And the bottom line is, like Doug said, if it's working, problem is solved. I was kind of hoping he could go through I did send him the SFC file, and I was kind of hoping he would go through it. He knows better what he's looking for than I do. I was hoping he could look at it and say, oh, here's your problem. This is what was going on, and this is what was corrupt, and it's fixed. Don't worry about it. If he does, cool. If he doesn't, that's cool too. Didn't say anything about tomorrow's show or anything. I'm probably going to miss Doug either Monday, Tuesday, and probably Saturday for sure, because she wants to go to the Filipino store over in Illinois. So there's a good possibility I won't get to see him 3 days this week. I don't know anything concrete yet. We do have rain predicted for Tuesday, which is good and bad. We need the rain, but I wanted to play the big golf course. So let's see here. Long Dog's talking about something for about another year. Don't be in such a big hurry to switch to 11. When Windows 10 dies, that doesn't mean you won't be covered by Microsoft. Yeah. I mean, you all know when 10 came out, I did not go to 10 until support to Windows 7 ran out. And I've kind of had that same theory to do that with 10 to 11, but the closer we get, then we'll wait and see. I don't know.
Microsoft is going to sell extended support, but Long Dog thinks they're going to provide it free, I think, for people. I don't think that's going to happen.
I don't think that's going to happen either. I'm pretty sure it's going to be you're going to pay for it, and it'll probably be just like it was with 10 in the beginning. It was affordable, and then it just got jacked way high where, couldn't afford it anymore.
I've been hearing, now I don't know if this is true or not, but I've been hearing some people say that a slight possibility that Microsoft might extend updates. Now I don't know.
They're
going to sell it.
Will for critical issues, but for minor things, probably not. From what I heard, it's $63 for the first year, second year doubles, and the third year doubles.
Jim put a comment in chat, said they're charging Enterprise $32 per PC for the first year.
They've talked about selling that just to Joe Blow too. So I mean, if that's what Lone Dog means, that they are going to sell extended support.
Right.
But with Windows 7, they actually ended up giving another year or so of free security updates. And I just can't believe that's going to happen again.
Who all's running Windows 11 in here? Anybody?
Me. It might not happen.
Besides Ghetto, is anybody in here running Windows 11? What do you think of Windows 11, Ghetto?
Well,
that's not a very good spokesman for the product.
I have my way. I've been running Windows people about my way.
Well,
I mean, it's all right.
My wife has it on her laptop, but I've kind of piddled around with it. So it's, the interface it's similar in some ways, but then you have to kind of find things. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's
It's
kind of
not.
what I've seen and heard.
Yeah.
I don't,
Yeah.
I don't
really
remember
know.
what it is. Supposedly 10 will do one or two things that 11 won't by design,
Mhm.
but I don't remember what those are.
Keith is running
I
11
don't
with
really
no
know if
issues.
I don't really know if any different because I'm using forward back with the app we bought. My copy, I bought my Anna copy, so we don't really know if any different.
Rick Lake says he's running Windows 11 Pro on his laptop. So, my question would be to Keith and Rick, how much of an adjustment was it from 10 to 11? Because I have heard what Jim just said, that Microsoft likes to bury options and menus in 11.
Yep.
I mean, they move stuff around.
He's got to fix his martini. John Williams built a computer, installed Windows 10 Home on it. He has 11 if the platform supports it. I don't know what I'm going to do. I'll cross that bridge when I have to. And I'm thinking August, September is when I will have to actually make a decision.
I
We'll
don't-
see.
After
Just learn to use the search option more. Okay. All right.
after what Sean had the issue with the BIOS, I guess he said he updated the BIOS and it deactivated Windows with those CDK deals.
Yeah, but that's the first I'd ever heard of that as well. There's a lot of things this weekend that I'm hearing that I haven't been hearing from other sources as well. Not that I'm the all-knowing or everybody runs everything by me, because I'm not, and they don't. But people do BIOS updates all the time. Jeff, you update your BIOS, do you not?
I have. My last two BIOS updates I did because they said it was for security issues. Somebody found two different ways to hack in through the BIOS.
Okay. Now, did you have
And I mean,
to?
mine wasn't the only one that had that.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Did you have to reactivate Windows when you did your BIOS update?
No,
No,
Okay.
no, it had no effect on any of that.
See, I never understood the whole thing about CDK deals. When you reinstall Windows, you can't reactivate it with those keys. But if you buy, they're OEM keys, but if you buy a computer with a version, you can reactivate it. I don't understand if you reinstall. If you reinstall, you can reactivate it. I don't
I
understand
mean,
reactivate when you
I
reinstall.
bought a CDK deals license, and if you look at my stuff where it talks about Windows activation, it basically says I have the electronic license. I mean, I'm through Microsoft's server.
Yeah.
I don't understand. If I don't change hardware, I would think I could reinstall as many times as I wanted. If say something screwed up, and it should still find it.
I would think so too.
It's keyed in motherboards.
No, I would agree with that.
You know the issue I had a while. It's been probably a year or two when Carrie gave me a rundown about reinstalling Windows, but I had no other choice. And I had a problem with that CDK. Oh, the Office. I had Office. I couldn't reinstall. I couldn't reactivate it.
You can change any hardware.
Nope.
well, I pull out Windows 10 down at my info on the computer that can build for me.
You know, the only computer I've ever had any issue with is this laptop I have. It came with Windows 10 Home, an HP laptop. The key is embedded in the BIOS. And at some point, about a year and a half ago, it just completely crashed. Had to reinstall everything from scratch. And I had upgraded it to Pro with a license I bought directly from Microsoft when Windows 10 first came out, and they offered a license for like $40 or something. And I used that key and this thing did not upgrade to Pro again by itself. And it took me a day or so. I had to hunt down through all my emails where Microsoft had sent me that Windows Pro key. But when I found it, I went into the thing where you upgrade from Home to Pro, and it worked again. So
You're saying
once
that
I
about your
entered it in,
laptop?
then it went off and located on Microsoft's servers where everything was stored, and I haven't had an issue since.
Yeah, we were testing the remote connection earlier today, and everything was going along fine, and all of a sudden, everything was gone. And I glanced down, and somehow the Wi-Fi signal was gone. So I'm thinking, oh, great, lost the internet. So I come walking into the studio, and as I'm walking through the living room, I can see the monitor, and I had the race from Chicago going, and it was playing just fine. So that told me the router was fine. I did come in here and make sure everything was connected. It was good. Went back to the laptop, waited about 10 minutes, and the Wi-Fi came back on. I have no idea what happened, but my fear was if I had to use the laptop remotely tonight, that could happen again. I wasn't clicking on anything. I wasn't trying to open anything. I wasn't trying to close anything. I wasn't trying to find something. There was a little issue with the remote connection, but that was my fault, not the computer, any desk on the laptop, or any desk on the computer. It was me. And it's kind of funny, but I'll tell you that after the show ends. Speaking of the show ending, it's 10:26. I think I'm going to wrap it up. Call it a night for tonight. I may see you guys tomorrow on Doug's, and I may not if Doug has a stream. Hopefully he does. Hopefully he's feeling better. I want to thank everyone generically on
Tony
YouTube.
Wallow said goodbye, Ken.
Thank you, Tony. I'll see you in a few minutes. I want to thank the Zoom homies. William, Jeff Pearl, Rich, great guy, Darren Gilholm, Jeff Ryman, Chris Garrett, Ghetto Josh Kinder, and we'll give Jim some love since he's here now too. Jim, thank you guys. Now, is Alex still in the waiting room? Has anyone looked? He is actually still in the waiting room. I may forget to bring him back. So thank you, everyone. If you want to join us on Zoom, emails over there, yada, yada, yada.